Cyber Ninja's CEO Doug Logan, of course, Cyber Ninjas, anybody who's not familiar with it, that was the company that performed the Arizona ballot audit, has been sitting through a deposition recently and proudly, defiantly announced that he was going to continue to not turn over documents related to that audit that a judge had already ordered him to turn over to two groups. One is an independent watchdog group called American Oversight. The other is an Arizona newspaper, the Arizona Republic. They sued under the state's open record laws, saying that because Cyber Ninjas was working as an agent of the state to perform this audit, which they were, and the court ruled this, that they are subject to the open records law. Therefore, you have to turn all your records over when we request them. The judge agreed, said, yep, that's right. Cyber Ninjas, Doug Logan, turn it all over. Doug Logan still has not done that, even though the ruling came down, I believe, in either August or September. And earlier this month, the judge decided to start fining them $50,000 per day for continuing to defy this court order. And of course, shortly after they announced the $50,000 per day fine, which is retroactive, so they owe millions of dollars now, they decided to shut the company down. Liquidate all of its assets, they said, fire everybody. And then Logan goes out and does an interview and says, yeah, I'm probably just going to reform it as a different company and just hire back all my same people. Because nobody's going to notice. They're doing it to try to get out of the fine. They're still determining whether or not they're going to file for bankruptcy. And of course, Logan, in this deposition I just mentioned that happened recently, says, I'm still not turning over these documents. What's even dumber is the legal reasoning that he's using. He said that he is not going to turn anything over. They have them all, though. They said, don't worry, they're in a secure location. We haven't gotten rid of anything. We're not destroying anything. Trust us. But I'm not going to turn them over until we get a clear ruling that I can then appeal. Let me see this. During the hearing, Logan's lawyer frequently asserted that the judge had not issued a clear order, to which the judge, a judge by the name of John Hanna, responded that the lawyer was, quote, trolling him and at risk of being held in contempt. So the judge, again, many months ago, says, under the law, you have to turn over all the documents. And Logan and his lawyers apparently sat there wondering, what does that mean? What does that mean, turn over the documents that we have? It's not clear, Judge. You didn't give us a clear order. The order's clear, folks. The order was very clear. Turn over the documents related to the audit. If there is anybody watching this who doesn't understand what that means, feel free to leave a comment and I will explain what it means. Because it means turn over all documents related to the audit. It's that simple. But it also shows you, by the way, that these folks have no legal leg to stand on. They're literally arguing in a deposition like, Judge, we don't know what this means. To the point where the judge had to be like, dude, you're trolling me. You got to be kidding me. You're trolling, right? That's how ridiculous this whole fiasco has become here. I certainly didn't think that after the audit came out and found Joe Biden actually won more votes than they gave him credit for, I didn't think for a second we were going to have to continue talking about Cyber Ninjas. I didn't think the story was going to continue to get dumber. And it has. It absolutely has. So here's what Judge Hanna needs to do. Logan continues to defy this court order. Logan is basically admitting to trying to play a shell game with his own company so he doesn't have to pay the $50,000 a day. He's made that clear. He's already fired everybody, liquidating the company, then reforming it with all the same people under a different name so he can avoid paying the fine. Throw him in jail. Right now, immediately. You could literally make the ruling right now that he is still in contempt, and rather than doing the $50,000 a day fine, you're putting him in jail until he turns over the documents. That is well within the authority of this judge. That judge could do that right this second. And that's what's going to happen. They're lying to you saying, oh, we don't understand what turn it all over means. They know exactly what it means. So why don't you just throw his ass in jail until he decides to cooperate with that court order? Any one of us that did that would have already been thrown in jail. Don't make an exception for this jackass.